Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this new series by OPM Tools. It's everything about AI Studio within your OPM Tools. So, over the next 4 workshops of this month in June, we are going to be exploring how businesses can leverage AI Studio inside of OPM Tools to create real business assets that can generate revenue, save time, improve your customers' overall experience, and streamline the operations. Now, the page that I've shared with you is a form that I created from ourselves. Personally, I created it with a number of prompts that I'm going to show you and explain how I got to this particular prompt and what it gave back to me and the suggestions that AI gave to me as well. So when I was working on this particular project, I thought to myself that when businesses hear about AI and what AI can do or what AI can accomplish, the first question they have is, how do I actually use AI? What do I tell it? And why do I tell it to build me something? And how is that tool going to build me something that I can use? And once it builds me something, how do I actually use it? So these are the questions, common questions every business owner who is not too much savvy on AI has the same trouble moving forward with the AI tools. So this is something I created just to showcase on what can be built, and then I'm going to be showing you more different projects that other people have built and how they utilize an AI as well. So this is just an assessment. And everything that you see in front of your screen was created by AI. All I had to do was type out a prompt, and the prompt was given to me by ChatGPT, and you can have like other websites where you get those prompts as well. So everything is really pretty basic. All you need to have is the idea of what needs to be built on. So if I click on start a free assessment, it gave me this question, and all the questions again were provided. So what best describes your business? It could be an event venue. Who are your primary customers? It could be B2C, and so on and so forth. So that's a generic understanding of what this tool is. It's going to gather the data from the people who land on this particular page and then generate a report. Now, moving forward, most people hear about AI, they immediately think of ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and what comes to their mind is how can we use AI for content creation or automation? But what we are going to focus on instead is something much more practical. We are going to focus on business outcomes because at the end of the day, nobody buys software because it has AI. People buy software or people buy your services and products because of how it helps them. And people and businesses like other businesses would invest in solutions because they help them in 4 different categories. Number one, generate more leads. Number two, closing those leads or closing more sales. Number three is to serve their customers better or the facilitation. And number four is to operate internally within their business more efficiently. So that is why we have structured these workshop series in these 4 workshops. So the first workshop, which is today, is going to be about how to generate more leads. The next one is going to cover how to generate more appointments and sales and people actually wanting your services. The number 3 is going to be how to improve customer experience. And number 4 is going to be focused on improving the internal operations and the productivity. So today we are starting with the first and arguably the most important category. Everyone just wants to jump in on this, which is generating more leads. Because every business, regardless of whichever industry you're in, always needs a consistent flow of new opportunities. Whether you're a staffing company, a marketing agency like us, a real estate investor, an event venue, consultant, or anyone at all, lead generation remains the lifeblood of growth. And that's what you continuously need. You don't need it just once in a month. You need it continuously to not just grow forward, but also to stabilize your business and look forward towards growth and scalability. So the question is, how do we generate more leads without simply spending more money on advertising? So all we understand that the standard methods of advertisement is you pay and you receive, and it's an overgoing loop. So the more you pay, the more you get, and it's not always a hit. Sometimes it's a miss as well. So how much? Not everyone has the not the capability, but not everyone has the patience to stick with paid advertising and seen until when does their wallet run out before this card get in the leads. And then if those leads are churning towards actual growth, or they are just a waste of time and energy as well? So the answer is how the answer would be that in order to get more leads, you have to create more value before you can ask for the prospects information. So everyone is out there on this internet, and they are willing to provide their information to you in any way you want it. But but usually the way it used to be is, or and still is in most scenarios, is you land on someone's website and they have the form asking you for your information. And these forms and everything you can find on contact forms or consultations or downloadable PDFs or ebook offers or request a quote pages. And these methods still work, but they're no longer exciting. They did not grow over with time, even when you have so many opportunities to grow with it. So today's consumer expect personalized experience. They want answers, they want your guidance, they want recommendations, they want something that feels tailored specifically to them, that you understood their questions, you understand the market, you understand their needs, and hence you're providing a customized solution that will be applicable for them. And this is where AI Studio becomes incredibly powerful, because instead of creating another PDF, you can build assessments, scorecards, calculators, recommendation engines, planning tools, lead magnets, and personalized reports. And every one of these can become a lead generation asset. So today we're going to be building one together, but before I move into that, I'm going to show you a couple of different things that people have already built out, just to just to inspire or motivate you as well. So the core concept is that before we build anything, we want to remember one simple shift, that the old marketing way was saying that give me your information and then I'll help you. But the modern market says, let me help you first and then I'll ask you for your information. And this small change often leads to higher engagement and better quality leads. So let me just show you what some of the people have built already. So this entire website was built by Georgia Andreessen from the Ignite group. Now this is the Bloomingdale Anthurians and everything. Yeah, Anthuriums. That's a hard word to pronounce. So yeah, so these are flowers, if I'm not wrong, or leaves. It is something floral at the end of the day, and everything that you see in front of you was built using AI. The pictures might be provided by the business owner, the pricing might be provided by the business owner. Again, it's their product, so they have to provide something to it. But the layout, the way it has like these text, and it shows bouquet over here but a kit over here and so on and so forth, everything was provided by or everything was generated by AI. And they have like the wholesale program, and they have like more information. These entire sections that would take a developer or a designer at least a couple of weeks to build out, AI was able to build this within a couple of hours. That's how fast and how powerful AI is now. And this is another a landing page. It's a website, but it can be considered as a landing page where your visitors land. All right. And then they have like different pages with our story, wholesale, retail, and it's a one page website. And they also have displayed their phone number so someone can call them, add to cart. Let's see. Yep. It's added into the cart. They have the web widget as well over here, in which they can have a conversation with them right here, right now, and so on and so forth. Apart from that, we have another one that created their own landing page as well. This was made by Steve from Avalon HR. Again, they made their entire website using AI Studio. It mentions the core services. It mentions why partner with Avalon HR, ready to optimize your HR, and so forth. And Avalon HR didn't just stop on the website itself. They made on a few more tools as well, which when I found out, I was really excited. So they have this new hire onboarding checklist. This is something they can use for their internal documentation or internal work. Everything that you see here, again, and I know I'm repeating myself at this point, but it was made by AI. All they provided was a couple of prompts. Apart from this, they have the annual performance review with different styles that the person filling out can use. So classic, modern, minimalistic, grid, and step by step. Sorry, I had this one pop up on my screen. So this was made by them. And another one was made, this was also internally for internal usage. Now, this is something that really fascinated me. People, when they respond to other people or their customers on email, be it from HR or marketing or any purpose, the one question people usually have is, what do I exactly write in the email? So they just created an email generator for their own internal use, and this is the email that they have now. And they even give themselves a couple of options. If it's a cold email, all they have to do is copy this or click over here and copy to clipboard, or they can just copy like this, the normal way that we do. They can even choose if it's a follow-up or if it's a breakup email, either of those, and this is what they can do. And it can be then improvised, it can be optimized even further. And when I was working on it, on when I was working on AI Studio, this is what I had built. And it took me roughly around 20 minutes to build this entirely. And let me just take you back from the start.
Since we have Steve on here, Steve, do you have any comments on the ease of use or any challenges you had when you were using the AI Studio?
Yeah, it was, I gotta say, it was pretty simple, the overall process of everything. I'm a big believer, YouTube was built to help me do anything in life. So I go and watch 1,000 YouTube videos, and I found, besides OverPower Marketing, I found others. And so I came back determined just to play with it. And the thing with AI Studio is it's just like any other, whether it's Chat GPT or Claude, you give it the big picture first, and then it gives it to you, and then you just come back and you start finessing it, for lack of a better term. You decide you don't want to see certifications in the nav bar. You want that to become resources, and you just kind of keep tailoring. So the draft that you see is, I'd say it's probably about 75% done. It's got working connections everywhere. It's been SEO directed, so it's a better site for that, for everything we do, from our service location now by city instead of originally by state services. Every page you go on has contact us in some way type of form. And so, yeah, I mean, it only took me all total for the website and the forms probably, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours.
Wow, that was going to be my question, is how much total time you had into those 3 websites. That's fantastic. That's a game changer, isn't it?
Yeah, it was actually pretty fun to use. I gotta admit, I've been lukewarm to AI because AI means Terminator and Skynet to me. And so, I still say that the prophecy that's coming about now, if I ever hear about the company Skynet, then I'm heading to the hills. But it was a good experience. I got to say, it got me more involved with Go High Level, and I appreciate it. And I think it can work for a lot of people.
Very
So
good.
if I follow up on that, Steve, what do you think that, in your personal opinion, how well versed are you with AI? Like, do you use it all the time, or is it something that every non-AI person can use it as well? How would you see that?
Oh, I would class myself maybe high level noob, so definitely not even mid level, as far as using it all the time. I mean, I've played around with it. I know just enough to be dangerous, and I've done little things, whether it's give me a great email or, some kind of letter or comparing documents, but outside of that, this is probably the most in-depth I've gone.
Yeah, and that's what's surprising to me, is that AI used to be it was something that used to be very complicated. It used to have certain barriers, some gates that people had to cross before they had the ability to actually use it on a real-time basis, for their businesses or for themselves, for creating projects and whatnot. But now AI has become so easy. And with the resources, as you mentioned, on YouTube, and there are communities out there on Reddit, on Quora, on Facebook, that teach openly about every way you can use AI even if it's for Chat GPT to create content, if it's for his field to create these videos and images, if it's for AI Studio to create in these landing pages or tools, the amount of resources and information available online nowadays is so vast that even if you have no understanding of how AI works exactly, you can still use it to build whatever you want. All you need is the inspiration and the understanding of what is it that you want to create and what you're trying to achieve.
So I would like to add one thing, Mustafa and Jeff, real quick, just to kind of hammer home how easy it was. So during the process, I had noticed that I had forgot to put our client portal button that you see up top in orange. So
Yep.
all I literally did in AI Studio was, and it's a working button now, it would take you to our client portal for login. But all I literally typed was add client portal button to nav bar, make it the same orange color of our logo. And then I copied the link into AI Studio and it gave that working button as is. And so pretty simple to use. I think people think it's more difficult, but it is literally as simple as you kind of typing what you're thinking.
Yeah, and if I were to ask Oren, and because I know Oren used to work on building websites, if someone had to make like a website that we see in front of us right now, how much time and how much effort would it take to build something like this now that AI can just build it out within what, 2 hours, 3 hours?
I mean, something that goes this far in depth with all the pages and everything and the design and everything. Normally there is a three-part process where we're getting the design of the homepage, design of the sub pages, going back and forth with the client, and then we're actually doing the functionality, building out the actual website itself. Sometimes if they're actually fast and responding back to you quickly, you're still spending 2 to 3 weeks on projects like this. And as you can see, this was done in less than 3 hours.
Yeah,
That's pretty exciting.
that's pretty exciting. That's a little bit it goes back to that same theory that AI will take your jobs.
But then Steve did not have to wait to hear back from Steve either.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the process going back and forth makes it very easy. And like I said, you're probably, when I say 75% done, there's just always things that I'm a bad tweaker in the sense of come back and I won't let it, die a good death. But everything is working. It makes it real easy. And like I said, you can hit any of the buttons, you can hit any of the logos like the CPO or the ESAC, and it will take you to landing pages. So it was, I got to tell you guys, it was a very simple project. So thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Steve, for sharing with the group.
Absolutely. Moving forward, so this is something that I created. The idea behind creating this was to create an assessment so that people can mention who they are, who they serve, and what they want, and then it provides me a personalized report. So let me just walk you through this. So the first question is, what describes your business? Let's say I'm a real estate investor. Then my primary customers are B2C, which would be customers. My most customers find me through networking. My biggest issue right now would be not enough leads. My biggest business outcome would create the biggest, I think it would be increase in the sales, probably. How do prospects currently interact with me? I think it's phone calls. And what questions do they usually have? It's about pricing or custom quotes, I guess. And again, all of these questions are changeable at any point in any time. Again, it depends upon who you are creating it for. And if you already are a business owner, you know your market more better. So you just provide that information, it will make the change. Which task consumes the most employee time? I would say proposal creation. And how do customers usually decide? Consultation call. Would a calculator help your prospects make decisions? Absolutely. Would a personalized assessment or scorecard help your prospects? Possibly. Would your customers benefit from AI powered recommendations? Possibly. Would a customized plan or roadmap provide value to your prospects? Not sure. And how familiar am I with AI tools? I'd say intermediate. And how quickly would you like to implement an AI powered solution? I'd say ASAP. And now I just type down my name, email, which would be Mustafa at overpowermarketing.com. My company name would be OPM Tools, and generate my report. And there we have it. I have the entire report present in front of me, and I can now even further optimize this by adding conditional questions that if they say they belong to a real estate, ask them these questions instead of these. If they say this, do that, and so on and so forth. So you can customize everything. I can download this entire report to have it, so the customer can have it, and then the customer can also just click over here and go to my AI strategy session. So this is what a lead magnet is. Now, instead of just showing you what something I've built, let's just go over the process of how to build something. So today is going to be today and every week it's going to be a live build demonstration. Today we are going to be building a business growth assessment. In order to do that, we will have to go over here. Now, within your system in OPM Tools, this would be the interface that you see all the time. Over here on the left side bar, you can find the AI Studio. If you click on that, it will take some time to load, but if you already have visited multiple times, it will open up automatically or really fast. Now, before you start working on, and if you just want some ideas and opinions and understanding of what you need to build out, you can even go to templates and see all the different templates that they already have. But if you feel that these templates are not enough, there are a vast majority of resources online which is available, and I'll share with some of them with you. So share this tab. Now this is from Lovable, and I was able to reach this using Google basically. And let me just go back if it allows me. Yeah, it did. Yes, Mr. Oren.
A couple things I do want to bring up, and it sounds like you were about to say this. There's other softwares very similar to this, like Lovable and Replit. If you find a site that's built in Lovable, chances are you could do exactly the same thing inside of Lovable into this account, or Replit into this account, and then make your minor changes here and there. So that's the nice thing about it. In fact, if there's a website at all that you like out there, you can probably recreate it inside of AI Studio and then make your little twists and turns and changes that you like to make it work to whatever works best for you.
And using the AI Studio is much more better as well, because then you can connect your assets within the system, like forms, calendars, and using the automations, which I would talk in the afterwards. And then using those automations, you can make it so that whenever someone submits a form, send them an email reminder, put them into Nurture, send a follow-up reminders and stuff like that. So using a CRM-based AI Studio is always going to help you out better than Lovable. And plus, you already have your website connected probably inside of your accounts. So you don't even need to connect your domains in Lovable or anywhere else. It's already connected over there. On a click of a button, the system will connect it automatically. And I'll show you what that means. But coming back to the resources. Yes, Mr. Jeff.
Was he saying that you could actually just say, hey, look at this site and make something just like it?
Yep, absolutely. This is what AI Studio does, is you can even provide the reference link and then mention that keep everything the same and just change out this and that. So change out the logo, change out the image, change out the information on this particular part, and you can provide it the information, or you can even tell these AI studios to create or generate the content for you as well.
But on top of that, what Mustafa was saying earlier, what makes this better than like using Replit or Lovable is you already have the features built into Go High Level and OPM Tools that AI Studios built in. So you could connect those features together and actually use it. Whereas if you use Lovable or other sites, it's a lot more painful trying to get that information out of it and send it to whatever email that you want to send out, get those notifications. But when it's already built into the system, all that's already pre-built into it. and you could build automations on top of it and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and that is why where all these external resources come in real handy. So even if you see something that you like, you can just copy the URL or copy the prompt and just paste it in AI Studio, and it will do it for you. So this is one of the resources that I found online. I'm going to add it in the chat so that you can go in and find any inspirations if you want. So this is the internal tools built with AI. You can find all templates. If you click over that, it gives you different templates and everything that you can build. And if you go to here, yep. Now this is another lovable blog that gives you 50 app ideas that you can build out. One of the ones which was really interesting to me was the proposal generator. Most people have like this not exactly a problem, but it's like a headache when they have to create or generate a proposal. It can do it for you. You can have your employee onboarding checklist. You can have your quote and invoice builder. Everything that you see in front of you, either go search online. If you find a website or something that you feel like this is something I need, copy the URL, paste it in your Agent Studio, and it will replicate it for you. And so on and so forth. And there was one another, yep, this one. The next website that I'm about to add in the chat really helped me personally a lot. And it is this one. Come on. Yep. So over here, this is made with Lovable. All the things that people have made using Lovable, again, you can create it with AI Studio as well. And all are these are all the projects that they have done. So if I click on browse all projects, or I can just click on categories over here, and it shows you all the different categories that people have built tools for, or landing pages, or whatever the projects was. So if I go to marketing, for example, you can find portfolios, SEO signpost, and a lot of things. Again, if I start looking at all of this, I'll just forget about the workshop actually being hosted by me. So that's why I want to jump out of this and go back into the OPM Tools AI Studio. All right. So we were talking about building a live, showing you a live build demonstration. In this, the assessment will be about asking users several questions, analyzing the responses, generating a personalized report, capturing lead information, and create opportunities for follow-up. So let's begin. I already have a prompt that I made beforehand. And I'm just going to copy that, come back over here, and paste. And it's basic English. It's not something that I have to use a different language or use syntax and stuff like that. You can just type it down, whatever you want to build out. And remember, it's not in this, when you're working or when you're vibe coding, it's not about the first prompt. It's always about the follow-up prompts. The first prompt gives you the foundation, the basic structure, and then your second, third, all the way till your 15th or 20th prompt, how many it may take, is about polishing your end result. And if it's something simple, it's going to do it ASAP. If it's something that requires a lot of thought process, it's going to take some time. But as Steve mentioned, he was able to achieve building his entire website within 3 hours. So yeah, and as Oren mentioned, it would take 3 weeks. So yeah, you're saving quite a lot of time.
Funny thing is, while he's taking care of this, you could technically just go right into the website business and start helping out people with websites and literally have it done for them within right before you have the call with them. It's like, hey, I built you a website, show it to them, and
You better not do it too fast.
yeah. And you could literally, without all the manpower of having a team of web designers to build it out for you or coders, you literally can just build right here, show it to them the next day, or show them right before the meeting, and this could be yours, and sell it to them for what, I don't know, whatever price that you want to sell it to them.
Yeah, and people have made like entire agencies based off on that alone. And also, when you're working with this, you also have this functionality, even though it's a little bit advanced at this stage. But the functionality is you can feed these engines, these AI engines, that you want to optimize your content for SEO, for search results, and optimization in every other aspect as well, including page speed, and it does that for you. But again, those would be the advanced versions of it, and we'll get to that stage. probably in the future, but all of those are options that you can look forward to.
So I do want to show another website that was built with Vibe Coding AI Studio. This is actually one of my friends who built this. You might know him, Simi Jenkins, here in Pensacola. He built out this website for a client of ours, Extra Not Construction, where they basically could choose residential or commercials. And when they go to it, it basically gives them all these details, more about that business, add your own videos as well, all that information. And it's pretty in depth of what was filled out for them. And like Mustafa said, instead of it taking, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks to finish, it took him less than a week with the back and forth of just going back and forth with the clients, making updates and changes to it. So really the actual part that's taking the longest time is just going the back and forth with the client, making sure that it's working properly and meeting their expectations. All right, is that enough time for it to start loading?
Yeah.
That's what I meant
Okay.
when Steve didn't have to check. He was able to check with Steve very quickly.
Yes.
That is always the longest part, is the back and forth with the clients when you're building a website.
All right, so it was the prompt was able to be work properly, and now it's not showing up right here. So I just had to publish it and open it in a new tab, and this is what it just made. So it's a business load assessment. Start the assessment, and it has different questions. Now this may look really good, but it's not a complete thing that you want to do. So let's review the first draft. The first few questions that you need to answer yourself when you look at it is the user experience clear? The second one would be, are the questions relevant or not? So professional services, next, revenue, next. Just look at some of the questions. Oh, and there are only 5, so why not just go through all of them? Your biggest growth challenge and aggressive revenue growth. Next results, it will analyze your business and it give you a 74 score. So coming back to the questions is, are the questions relevant? Does the output feel personalized? Is the report valuable enough to justify entering your contact information in order to get that as a PDF? And does the result naturally lead towards a business conversation? Remember, we are not building a software, we are building a lead generation asset. So whatever we are providing them, it should give us that, that edge that we can initiate a conversation with them, or even further better would be that they initiate the conversation with us based on the report or the result that they get. So let's refine the project. So I'm going to use my second prompt that I had already made beforehand. Let me just copy that properly, go back over here. And even in the Vibe Studio, when you're working on these, you'll see that the AI also provides you different recommendations that all you need to do is click on it and it will start working on for it. It's over here at the bottom. And over here, I'm going to add my second prompt and send it back forward. So what we're doing is we are adapting to the framework. This is where most people have their breakthrough moment, so they understand how they can use this. So if you were, let's say, in the staffing agency or a staffing business, you would be working on your workforce readiness assessment. If you're a marketing agency, you will use this for a marketing effectiveness scorecard. If you're an event venue or an event planner, you can be using this to prepare or make your event plan readiness assessment. If you're a real estate investor, you could be making the property acquisition readiness assessment for your customers. So all they had to do is fill out a few of information or just click on a few answers, and it would provide them how ready they are or how soon should they jump on a project or purchase something or sell something. And before launching any tool that it makes you need to run multiple scenarios by testing the tool yourself. And the testing would identify the strong prospects, the weak prospects, different industries, different goals, check whether the recommendations are making sense, verify that the outputs feel useful and personalized. And if every result looks identical, then improve the prompt, because that's what you need to work on, that every result is different. As you can see, it's already updating the scoring logic and categories. Now it's working on building a professional result dashboard. Yorin, you want to take it up for a moment? I'm just waiting for a few minutes, I guess.
Sure. I have another one that was built as well. Oh, yes, Mr. Powell.
If you got another one ready to go, I was just at some point I was going to ask, how much does all this coolness cost?
We'll have to get back to you on that one because it's case by case. For it actually goes by hours, but right now they're doing a special because it's absolutely free. All right, here we go. While that's loading, this is another website was built through AI Studio as well. Add the video in there as well. All the information that you see, scroll down, and it's just a very beautiful, well-designed website, good theme, good design, with lots of photos, videos as well. So really a full-on website that you could build right here inside the studio section. So that's just another idea of what you could build inside of here.
Yeah, and many of our clients have already started using this to making tools that they've already started publishing, like CHDR is one of them. And they have gotten some really nice feedback in terms of it. So I think this is ready now. So let me start showing this. Yep, it's still working on the add in the personalized recommendation, the personalized recommendations. Start the assessment, software, pre-revenue or under 100K, solo, generate, aggressive, get results. Ooh, this looks really nice. See, AI has the capability to surprise even all of us. And me getting surprised by something is really, really rare in my personal experience, but this is really good. So yeah, so I think you understand what we do. And then again, you have like different recommendations that AI provides you on the bottom over here. So you can add an email capture before showing the final score. You can create a downloadable PDF report of the assessment result for the people to save these results. You can even add a dashboard to view past assessment scores over time as well. But yeah, and then you just keep on fine tuning it until you find your perfect iteration. Now, once it's done, you would understand what has happened. And then I'm just going to tell you what the next steps are supposed to be or what they usually are, because this is where the automations or the benefit of using OPM tools or your CRM comes in. Because when you can connect your automation, you can move your lead magnet to a lead generation system. And the assessment itself becomes only the beginning, because within OPM tools, you can create automation. And the workflow would be that the assessment has been completed, a contact has been created, a tag has been applied, a personalized follow-up email gets sent out with an SMS follow-up as well, an appointment invitation goes out, and then you update that in the pipeline opportunity. And you can even put them like in a nurture follow-up sequence, in which first you send them a personalized report, then you send them educational email regarding the assessment results, then you send them a case study, some helpful resource, an invitation to schedule a strategy call. Now, since we're working on the lead magnets, what the best lead magnets usually help people answer one of four questions. The first one is, how am I doing? So it's a personalized assessment. The second one is, how much will it cost? Which is a calculator. You can build out ROI calculators and whatever you want, but something that's numeric and monetary. The third one is, what should I choose? Which is the recommendation engine, where you provide them the answer of what they should choose based on how they have answered the questions. And the fourth one is, what should I do next? This is something where you provide them the before and after, or where you currently stand, and you then provide them a plan generator. So before our next, and this is what concludes our today's workshop on. So the next workshop, just to give you an understanding of what we're going to be covering, is in the So in the next workshop, we are going to focus on converting the leads that we get from these lead magnets that we get into appointments and sales. We'll be exploring the AI sales assistants, qualification systems, intake processes, lead scoring, and sales automation. Again, all of those built within this AI studio. And yeah, that's how you do everything. And that's how we want to focus moving forward as well. Any questions based on that entire information overload that I just sent forward your way. Also, if you don't have any questions right now, you can again still send in your request, or your you can even schedule a strategy call or support call with us. Coben, would you be able to show that?
I know that makes it looks absolutely incredible. Comes down to again how much it costs at the moment, but that would make a life a lot easier.
But Oren, you said it is free right now.
It is free right now.
Has,
I just don't know what the
I don't-
price will be in the future.
How
Yeah, I
how
don't
do you
see
know how
it.
long the puppy dog close is going to last?
During the summer, I know it's going to be that because they're doing the Summer of AI special. They charge by the once they do start charging, they charge by the hour of use.
I guess.
So it's a little bit weird. We'll have more details on that later down the road, but for right now, everyone it's free.
Well, that means hop on the train and make it fast and furious.
Does that mean it has to be? Do you have to add it to our agency profile? Because I don't see it anywhere.
Do you see it under payments on the left sidebar with the new?
You
with
might
the-
have.
No.
Oh, for you specifically, Dan, since you're separate from us, you'll have to go into Labs, and then just make sure that AI Studio is turned on, enabled in Labs. That's all. If you need us to help you, we could schedule a meeting to talk more about that, even if it needs to be 15 minutes or a phone call.
Sure.
Awesome.
All right. There are two main ways to reach out to us. First way is the submit request form. All you need to do is just fill out the fields accordingly, provide the issue that you're coming across within your sub account, and once you submit that, email will be dropped into support at OverPower Marketing, where our entire team will get access to it and read the issue that you're coming across. And then after that, we'd be more than happy to help with any issues. The second way is the support meeting. If you just go to the support meeting tab, you'll be brought to a calendar where you can select a date and time. Just select it, fill out your name, email, phone address, and all the other fields. And then we will have a Google Meet at the assigned time just to go over anything that you want to talk about regarding the software. And then finally, there is the knowledge base. The knowledge base is just a wide variety of articles relating to OPM tools that you can read through. So if you just want to learn more about the software regarding topics similar to what we just went over, this is where you want to go.
No, I don't think so. I think you covered everything in all the ways they can reach out to us, and that would be it. And yeah, I hope to see you all in NetSuite's AI Studios workshop number 2 as well, since we'll be taking this up another notch into the second case scenario.
Awesome. Thank you, Mustafa.
Absolutely. Bye, everyone, and see you all next week.